Today's America's Cup racing is brought to you by Prada.
At the end of this weekend, Prada, who has challenged for the America's Cup a record 5 times, and New York Yacht Club, who held the America's Cup for 132 straight years, one of them's going home.
We opened the door and they just walked right through and took the opportunity presented.
American Magic is in a very vulnerable spot right now, very vulnerable.
We have to get Patriot into a spot that she can do what she was designed to do.
Sorry, I can't get rid of that number, 53.3 knots.
Today were the hardest condition we ever sailed these boats.
Oh! Skidding sideways, skidding hard sideways. It's two boats not just against themselves, but against the race course right now.
Nobody wants to lose, but this is a sport, and it's not about how you lose, it's about how you react.
Smooth as silk today for the Italians.
I think we react very well.
Luna Rossa go 2-0 against Patriot.
Well, the message to the team is simple. On board racing, we have to understand the mistakes that we made and improve upon them.
This is a tough day for this team.
There's nothing that gets you going more than getting your teeth kicked in.
Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli are in the box seat. They only need 2 more wins and they go straight through to the Prada Cup final.
If you need any more motivation other than winning, then you're probably in the wrong game.
Tēnā koutou katoa. This is Aotearoa, New Zealand, a country of diverse landscapes that take the breath away. Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland in the North Island, is a sailing city and host to this 36th America's Cup. Today, it's day 2 of the Prada Cup semi-finals, and yesterday Luna Rossa dispelled any concerns they may have had over performance in stronger winds. Their execution was almost flawless on the way to a 2-0 lead. Patriot may be down, but not out. A single win today and the campaign remains alive, and in America's Cup history, the fight back is always on. The semi-finals have been slated for 2 races a day. The equation is simple. Win 4 and you're in. Lose and you can start the pack-up. Today, Luna Rossa enter the showdown 2 wins to the advantage. They could be breaking out the champagne at the end of the day if all goes to plan, but the Americans won't even be considering that scenario. Let's get amongst it. Head to the water for race 3. It's American Magic against Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli.
This is the critical moment. Luna Rossa coming back on starboard on their time. It's all about if Dean goes past them and pushes or tacks ahead of them.
Dean going early here, and I think they're both pretty early for the starting line right now, Nathan, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks a little early, and it looks like Luna Rossa might have just chopped off the fault. No, they're up and going again here now. So it's all about if they are on time. If they're a little bit later on time, looking pretty strong here for American Magic. So we'll follow this one in right to the start.
This is lining up well for this American team. They're pushing the Italians over that right-hand lay line to the start.
Race start in race 3 of the Prada Cup semi-finals, and do we dare say American Magic got a good start and maybe won the start?
Even start. We'll give them an even start, but they're coming up on this boundary situation right now. American Magic will have the right to tack off the boundary. They're going to be in that protection zone. Can Prada lee-bow them, or are they going to have to tack early and get out of there? This is a really big moment. This first cross is a huge moment in this race.
Pressure coming in. More down. And turning.
There they go.
Okay, he's gone.
So you'd have to say, Shirley, first cross to the Italians.
We have a boat race.
Wow, do we have a boat race?
We have a boat race. This is the best we've seen and heard them race together.
The problem here is the race course has kind of been cut in half right now. American Magic's going to go back. The Prada team can tack on them. If they do an effective tack, they tack on their breeze and keep shoving them back towards the narrow side of the race course.
Pressure is good in front, generally.
Yeah, I think we go go for the crosses because it's a riding.
Yeah, big gain here.
So is the ley line?
Yeah.
Copy.
We heard the Italian boat saying, you know, gain to us. And I think part of that looked perhaps like pressure on the right-hand side, but just looking at the boat speed, always just a click faster than the Americans.
Let's check the wind after the very wave. We need to drive early for pressure.
That's a good course, Keko. No lower.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli at the top gate for the first time, and they lead American Magic around. Been a very tight first leg of 6, remember. We are a 6-leg race. Race number 3. Yesterday in race number 1, the initial advantage was 17 seconds, but different day today completely. It's a 13-second advantage to Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli as American Magic complete their first leg.
2, 1.
I don't know if you can ever call these boats sane, but it just feels sane today compared to yesterday. Yesterday was, Francesco Bruni said that was the hardest day that they had sailed this boat yesterday. This just feels like people can breathe a little bit today.
Yeah.
Pietro Sabello, the Olympic 49er sailor, having a good look around. We saw him do it yesterday, which was a brave move, hanging onto the back of the main. But crucially, they've coached him this week just to be more confident in giving his information, giving his input.
And that has been the big improvement about communication on board Luna Rossa, surely.
I think there's been lots of improvement, but it's been a huge emphasis. Vasco Vascotto, who's a really experienced tactician, is in a real mentoring role in that team, and he's really taken it on board.
Not the best jibe in the world by Luna Rossa. That's going to cost them. This is a 1-mistake lead right now. You put this boat in the water once, and that boat's going to come blowing by you from behind.
Not the best jibe either, Kenny. I mean, just watching the speeds on the left-hand side of the screen, you get a real feel of how much you lose when you don't get it right.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli around the bottom gate for the first time. Nice and smooth as they were yesterday. The advantage at the top gate was 13 seconds. They have made a gain on this downwind leg. It's a small gain, but a gain nonetheless. And in this particular game, that means everything. 21 seconds now. Make that 22, confirmed.
It certainly makes it more difficult in this much more steady race course without the big shifts. Shifts very often, Stephen, create almost a passing lane, you know, a narrow passing lane, even on these crazy small courses. But when it's not shifty, it becomes more of a kind of a drag race, a boat speed contest, and that means it gets a little more straightforward for the boat ahead versus the boat behind. So we either need a mistake, or, you know, we need a mistake. It's that simple. You need the boat ahead to make a mistake. It's harder to make a mistake when it's such steady wind conditions.
Very similar
Their
pressure
voices have gotten so calm, Shirley, on board the boat.
He's going. Let's keep the foot on the throat, He's tacked.
Copy that. Stand by, guys.
That was the voice of a match racer right there.
That says it all. Jimmy Spittle, let's keep the foot on the throat. There is no coming back here.
I'd like to see open track in the next 10. Yeah.
Surely that foot on the throat call by Spithill explain for the non-match racers what he's talking about here. We're not talking literal at this stage, of course.
Not yet. Anyway, Kenny. Just matching them tack for tack, not giving them the opportunity to get any kind of leverage to come back into them. And they've done a beautiful job, haven't they, of controlling the picking the side of the course they want and yet controlling the opposition. I mean, textbook stuff, Steve.
It was that one nip and tuck off the starting line. It was either going to be a hard race or this stage an easy race, and they got it. They had that extra meter of distance when they needed it.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli at the top gate for the third time to complete leg number 3. In the words of Francesco Bruni, the press conference yesterday, they are more consistent, they are more stable, and they are putting that on display again today, but this time in lighter air as they round the top gate and complete leg number 3 of 6 in the Prada Cup semi-finals, race 3.
Now coming down.
Around they go on the downwind leg, leg number 4. The gap now 41 seconds.
There's not a whole lot in it in these two boats going downwind. I think the real speed difference, Kenny, between the two boats is the upwind speeds, and it's not necessarily boat speed from what I can see on the water. It looks like Luna Rossa are able to sail higher. You know, their VMG is better. The speed might be the same, but they're doing a better angle upwind, and that's where they're making these gains around the racetrack.
A little bit take what he gives us right now, you know. The least retro 3, 2, 1 coming up.
About to complete leg 4 of 6. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Around they go, just as if they're on rails like a good old slot car set of old. And away they go on the penultimate leg of this third race in the Prada Cup semi-finals. Fans love it. But in comes American Magic 2, and they have cut that lead. They have definitely cut that lead. They have always been known to be strong downwind, and they show us today they are quicker downwind today. 20 seconds down from 41 seconds.
Smooth as silk, smooth as silk. Again, American Magic needs a mistake right now from that boat ahead. The boat that apparently does not want to make one at this stage.
Word on the dock is that Prada has smaller flaps. Doesn't seem to be harming them today, Kenny.
Should be able to lay. Yep, feels okay.
A week and a half ago, they were under immense pressure. Yesterday, they showed the sailing world, you know what? We'll respond, and we will respond in a big way. And it was in heavy air, and they literally destroyed American Magic on the water yesterday. Approaching the top gate for the final time, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli in control of this third race in the Prada Cup semi-finals. It was 20 seconds at the bottom gate. They had picked up time, and that is American Magic. But what has the upwind leg done? And around the mark they go, 41 seconds behind. That was the distance they were behind at the end of leg 3, Shirley.
Oh, there's not many options left.
Right now, looking at it from on the water, Luna Rossa haven't put a foot wrong this whole race. They've positioned themselves strongly against the opponent. They're sailing fast, they're sailing smooth. I haven't really seen American Magic make any errors in this race either. I just think it's one boat's just that little bit quicker than the other, and there's not many wind shifts out here, and this is the result you get. And this is why design teams spend 3 years, 4 years designing these boats and optimizing it and pushing it. The sailors will push it as hard as they can, but right now I don't think there's much more that Dean Barker and his crew can do to get that boat to go any faster.
Yeah, I think...
good time to go now, eh?
Yeah, I think good time running out the pressure, yeah.
You wonder how much of a really good look he gets there. He jumps up, looks around really quick. I got it, jumps back in, quick. And you wonder, is he really seeing the whole race course, or is this just for us right now? I think he's putting on a show for you, Stephen.
Oh, no, I'm listening to my two experts beside me, knowing that he is doing a job. But this is the Prada Cup semi-finals. This is no small chicken race here. This is the big deal before one of these teams makes it into the Prada Cup final against Ineos Team UK. It is done in race number 3 for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Another near flawless performance by Spittle and Bruni on the helm, and they go 3-0 up and are a step away from the Prada Cup final. And don't their fans love it in the America's Cup village? And in comes Patriot representing the New York Yacht Club. They have one race left to keep this series alive. They've talked about the fight, and the fight is still on. On board Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, Francesco Bruni is standing by to give us his thoughts. That's 3-0 now, Francesco. It's almost as if this team of yours is oozing confidence, and it looks so good out there.
Yeah, well, I'm very proud with the team. We are sailing well. It's all going well, but we have to keep the concentration up, because I know that the Americans are a very strong team, and they will be back.
It's now head across to Patriot Terry Hutchinson, ready for a chat. Look good out there today, Terry. Just that boat, Luna Rossa, look a little bit quicker today?
I think we did a very good job of keeping the race close as we could. Obviously, their boat is going well, and I think Patriot was going well. So, you know, it's a lot of little subtleties in it.
American Magic are now in the fight of their life. They've come back from the brink of disaster. Now they're on the brink of exiting the 36th America's Cup. Can they turn their luck around? Confident and cruising, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli are just one win away from a Prada Cup final. American Magic's hopes and dreams of bringing the old mug home are slipping away. This is make or break. They need Patriot to fire to avoid an early flight home. Let's head to the water. Patriot will come in on the left-hand side, as you can see her coming in now on the port entry. She has port entry and can enter at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. On the right-hand side, the starboard end, it'll be Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. And Luna Rossa team that are... And you talked executions, Shirley. They haven't put a foot wrong pretty much in the last 48 hours.
And particularly in the starting area. I mean, the Prada starts throughout this series have been excellent. I mean, they have nailed it. Perfect execution, great timing.
1 minute and 25 seconds and going to race start on race 4. Nathan, I want your read on what you've seen so far in this pre-start.
Turning down here on 3, 2.
The action's all about to begin right now. It's this turnaround time that's critical. American Magic coming away into a fairway. Jimmy Spittle, Francesco Bruni chasing him and pushing him hard. They're really going to put the pressure on American Magic in this one.
That's a full jump.
I'm telling 7 here, turning it up here, racing upwind.
Okay, when you want.
We have a lot of time, Stephen. Look at the clock, still 53 seconds.
Full speed. Yeah, copy.
You wonder if they're late, though. That was a really tricky maneuver by American Magic.
30 seconds and counting to start of race 4 in the Prada Cup semi-finals.
Dean Barker going for the hook.
On the gas.
I think he's going to run out of time, Stephen. I think he's going to run out of time. I do not think that Prada is early for this starting line.
Got full speed.
Full speed, copy. Full speed.
Standing by.
A little ease, a little ease.
Anytime.
Go,
2, 1,
go,
down.
go.
And turning.
It's on. Race 4 of the Prada Cup semi-finals for Luna Rossa. 1 win. You're in the Prada Cup final for American Magic. 1 win and your campaign survives another day.
So we are at 50, 90, 50.
Maybe hold for now. 2 lengths ahead at the moment.
Not far behind. They need pace, Shirley. They need pace at this stage.
Well, they got to that right-hand side. The crews really like that. A little bit more pressure there. Maybe a bit of current as well, helping them along.
Nice boat here.
3, 2, 1, more down.
Keeping it close.
And turn.
30 seconds the other way.
Yep. Get out of here straight away. Standing by. Cross it.
Dean Barker, no real option there, Kenny. You hear him straight into the tag. I mean, beautiful execution by the Italian team. Tack right on them.
Anytime. 2, 1 more down. Board's not going here. It's out. Grey Hill. No, Grey Hill's not working either.
Sounds like there's trouble on American Magic. You heard Dean Barker say the board won't go down. Surely not.
Hang on, board's going now slowly.
Keep the speed up, please. Keep the speed up.
Yeah, copy.
Gracious.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli around the top gate for the first time in the 6th leg, but it is trouble for American Magic. Board down issues in a race they have to win.
2, 1 coming down.
Kenny, that's so disappointing, but not really a surprise when we think what this really complex machine has been through over the last 2 weeks.
35 to boundary.
I know everybody back home is hurting right now watching this, and frankly, they kind of need a miracle right now to get back into this race.
This board's not going now. Yeah, we haven't got a board here, guys. This could be a bit ugly here. Can't get the board's not going again. Just got to drop it. You're going to have to just drop it in here.
Okay. Trying with the Grey Hill on my spot now. I'm getting movement.
This is the umpires. Boundary penalty, USA.
Board down again.
Yeah, it's gone down. Just jiving here.
Yep.
You got it there, got it.
The other way.
My wheel.
Racing tragedy for American Magic in a race that they had to win.
Nobody deserves this, but like Shirley said, the boat was underwater 9 days ago. Underwater. So it can't be a complete shock that we're seeing a situation like this where some of the mechanics don't work. You can't perform miracles. You can't perform miracles.
As you can see on the bottom left of your screen, the lead that Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli has right now is strong. They will complete the 2nd leg and head up on leg number 3 of 6 in this 4th race of the Prada Cup semi-finals.
Going down in 5, 2, 1. Here we go. Yeah, no action.
Okay. Nah, there you go. You heard it. It's not getting any better. Situation's getting bad to worse. And what a terrible way to end the America's Cup Challenge here.
Here it goes now. No, what's it doing?
That was me. Go board up and try again.
This is the umpires, USA boundary penalty.
That's board up.
Yeah.
That's the that goes down first. Board going down in 3, 2, 1. Board down now. Yeah, it's gone this time.
It's just shocking.
Turn in. Yep.
Such a shame. I feel so bad for all the supporters, the members of the club, the fans back in the States, fans around the world. Nobody deserves this.
And look at this, even knowing the way it is, you just get that feeling. There's a reminder from Jimmy Spittle that they are going to be a force in this Prada Cup final.
It's going to go again.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli heading towards the finish line in race 4 of the Prada Cup semi-finals, and you can be guaranteed the flags will be waving because Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli have just guaranteed themselves a spot in the Prada Cup final. It's done. It will be Luna Rossa against Ineos Team UK in the Prada Cup final on the Hauraki Gulf.
Nice one. Now Ineos, boys.
The boat Patriot,
Good fight, man.
representing the New York Yacht Club. And American Magic comes to the finish of race 4 in the semi-finals. But the campaign for American Magic and the New York Yacht Club is over. Let's go on board Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli and talk once again to Francesco Bruni. Francesco, you are into the Prada Cup final, so you can sniff it.
Yeah, we are sniffing revenge on Ineos. We are very happy, obviously. We are very happy to have this second chance to be in the Prada Cup final. I'm very proud with the team because we made some huge step forward compared to last weekend. So in 5 days, the boat is completely transformed. We are sailing better. The whole team is at another level.
Terry, the USA and the family and the team who are watching this broadcast, who have been supporting you throughout all of this, do you want to take this moment and just send a message to them?
You know, we're racing sailboats. We're very, very lucky to be here in New Zealand. I think the competitors showed an incredible amount of sportsmanship and really demonstrated what sailing is about to the highest level when they all reacted to, you know, Patriots near sinking. So in that regard, you know, it's just a heartfelt thank you.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli are through to the final and one step closer to claiming that cup that bears the Prada name. It's joy for the Italians, heartache for the Americans. American Magic is out of the 36th America's Cup Regatta. It was a brutal finish, but that's sport.
Today's America's Cup Racing is brought to you from Auckland, New Zealand.